Good evening. This is Rodrigo Ventiero Del Pico III, and you're watching My Strange Body Parts. I have a special guest here tonight. I think you guys will find him quite a treat, and it'll be fun. Stay tuned. Alright, so what's your name?
My name is Harry Lipbum.
Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I was born in a small town, New York, New York. I don't know if you've heard of it, but my mom used to make horseradish, and my dad used to own a bakery. And so they sort of brought that together, and they made horseradish sandwiches. And the problem with making horseradish sandwiches is that it's sort of a tongue twister. And so needless to say, they went out of business, and they sort of had to exploit me for my feature that I have.
When did you realize you were different?
Probably when I started school. My parents knew I was different, obviously, but they thought that it would be better for me to find out on my own.
What made you decide to tell the world about your unique feature?
I'm deciding to come out to the world on this particular subject today because I feel like it's the first time that I could really come out on this subject on my terms, because I've been exploited in this way, and I think it's finally time for the world to know because I'm ready.
Everyone's dying to know, what is your body piece?
I have a second pair of lips.
And where is these lips located? It's kind of ironic that your last name is Lipbum and you have lips for a butthole.
See, that was actually a marketing scheme for my parents. They thought I needed a name that reflected my feature. I wouldn't call it an ability. So they actually changed the whole family's last name to Lipbum from Anoral, which was obviously an Italian name from us being from New York. We had an Italian name like everybody else. We had the bakery. That's sort of just the life we lived, and they uprooted that to exploit me, and they changed our name to Lipbum. I always hear stories about people being constipated and they can't poop. I've never had that problem. From what I understand, buttholes are really, really tight, and lips are not tight. So I just sort of poop freely. I've never had a constipation problem or anything. Most embarrassing moment is probably freshman year of college, spring break. And we got really drunk, very belligerently drunk. And so we went back to our apartment, and we ended up playing strip poker. Now, the awkward part of this story is it was only guys. I don't know why we went back and played strip poker. I fell asleep on the couch, and I ended up having my body, my upper body, covered with a blanket, and then it was basically just my butt, out of the, out in the open, because I had another blanket over my legs. It was basically literally just my butt open. And anyway, my friends are like, hey, Harry's over there, you want to give him some more to drink? And they're like, yeah, sure. So they see a set of lips, and they didn't know my situation. So they opened up a beer and gave me a beer right into my butthole. And I don't know if you know a whole lot about the butthole, but if you do like drugs or alcohol or anything like that up your butthole, you get more drunk. So I was throwing up out of both ends of me, and it wasn't even pooping and throwing up, it was literally just throwing up out of both ends. And they took a video of that and they put it on YouTube, which it got flagged and taken down, but for that first 15 million views, it was the most embarrassing moment of my life, I think.
So, what would you like to say in closing?
I would like to say thank you for everyone for listening to what I have to say, and I think I know someone else who has to say something.
I love you.
I fell asleep on the couch, and I ended up having my body, like my upper body, covered with a blanket, and then it was basically just my butt, like out in the open, because I had like another blanket
Like,
over my
I don't know,
butt.
Stacy. I don't know what the big deal is. I mean, us girls, we have two sets of lips, like, all the time.
Hey, Harry's over there.